Yeah, you're right. It's trying to get that balance. That last sort of, well, the second half of the climb, I was knackered and I couldn't do any turns on the front, obviously. So I was trying to get in his draft. But if you get tight on the corners, you're cutting the distance down, and you are closing on him, but you're going out the draft at the same time. So trying to get the balance right is trying to sort of cut the corner while you still got the edge of the draft, if that makes sense. I'll do that with the packs as well. So I'll cut a corner, but I'm kind of, the direction that my avatar's going facing is into the side of the pack, and there seems to be a bit of a draft coefficient going on there, I've noticed. So kind of going in the corner tight, but then kind of angling out into the side of the pack seems to work, I find. I don't know if you found that as well. You're usually draft on the back like me, I think, don't you? The place to be. Cool kids are always in the back of the bus, right? Yeah, those 180-degree turns are awesome. If you're falling off the back and you got one of them coming up, they're great, aren't they? You get going tight on that and you're right on the back of the pack again. Good. Steering's really, really good. People ask me, is the steering helping? Definitely. When I do ZRL without steering, I really feel like I'm missing out. And when you're on the back of the pack and you've got steering, I've said this before, if the pack's just a straight line and it's tight blob, you can be a couple of bike lengths off and you still get the dregs of the draft, and use like this little sweet spot. You can be like 1 watt per kilo down on the average of the pack. But then when the blob starts to stretch, and then you get 1 or 2 riders falling off the back and you're falling back, then you can use the steering to get on the wheel of that rider that's fallen off the back of the pack. And then that rider usually tries to get back in the pack again. So if you move with your steering on their wheel, they'll bring you back in the pack, if that makes sense. I do that a lot as well. I think even without steering though, you automatically shift, don't you, to the nearest rider on the back of the pack anyway, I think. But steering just means that you're in control and you can move around and grab whatever wheel you want. Yeah, also you do a race on crit race with loads of sharp turns like Glasgow Crit or Bell City, something like that. If you do a break and you've got steering and you get tight at the corners, yeah, you can save a few seconds there as well, or gain seconds on the gap. Depends on the level of competition, obviously. Yeah, the end of Bell City, you've got a few 90-degree corners there, and you can get in tight on those, and you still got a good grip on the bars for sprinting. You can make a few positions there. Really good in a bunch sprint.